Hey guys, hope you guys are all doing well. I'm going to do a reading. We're going to see what the message is today. Keep in mind it's general, so it can be past, present, future. You will know best where it fits, how it fits on the timeline, okay? If you like zodiac sign readings, then you can come over on Patreon if you'd like to check it out. That's where I have my zodiac readings daily, okay? You can join me if you want to. So let's see, guys, what is going on here today for you? What is the message from Spirit for you guys today? Divine, what does the collective need to know? What's your message? Let's see what's happening. Okay, that was quick. The Knight of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune, and the Two of Cups. Okay, so theme of the day here, theme of the week, I guess, is something about a romantic gesture. Wanting to give someone a cup of love, coming towards someone with an open heart, following your heart, your passion, okay? Wanting to give to someone, Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands, taking action towards something or someone. Okay, tell me about this Knight of Cups here, please, for the collective. What's the Knight of Cups? So this has to do with someone's manifestation or what somebody wants to create with someone. Now, I don't know if this is you or someone around you, okay? It's about wanting to move forward, the Chariot, make a choice towards a union, stability, a happy home. So someone here wants to move forward with someone, is making a choice to go towards their manifestation. What's the Six of Pentacles? The King of Cups, the Empress, and the Seven of Pentacles. So, okay, same star of the show, just like last reading here. We have a King of Cups who has been working on something, investing into something here for a long time, working towards seeing some sort of a result with an Empress. Okay, or this has to do with a business, maybe. Six of Pentacles. What's the Eight of Wands? Something is being seen clearly now about a Queen of Wands. Now somebody sees something clearly about a Queen of Wands and something that was sent to the Queen of Wands. In the past, the Four of Cups, something that was sent to the Queen of Wands in the past. I feel like this is kind of picking up on my last reading where I was a bit confused at the end about how exactly this Queen of Wands is involved with some sort of messages between them and this King of Cups, okay? Maybe that's where this is picking up. So something in the past is now being seen clearly, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom, yo. Okay, tell me about this Knight of Cups, please. Strength and the Five of Wands. This has to do with competition, someone's strength. Why is the Five of Wands here? Actually, tell me about the Knight of Cups. A relationship is not over, no second chances in reverse. So again, this is about some sort of a love proposal or somebody reaching out to someone, telling them that they don't want the relationship to be over. They want a second chance. Okay, what's the Five of Wands? The Chaser. And something about chasing after someone, or that there's somebody chasing after someone because of an argument or a fight. Okay. Tell me about the Five of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. interesting that this Queen of Pentacles comes out again here, along with a Queen of Swords. Okay, tell me about why this conflict is here with someone chasing after someone. The High Priestess in reverse, the Hermit in reverse. This has to do with someone not listening to their intuition about something that they were planning. I feel like the Page of Pentacles is something on a phone, something tangible, some sort of an investment that they made, some sort of a new seed they were trying to plant here, something they were planning, thinking that nobody would be able to find the answer to something. Or tell me about the Hermit in reverse, please. Photographs in reverse. Yeah, somebody was not missing someone, or something about maybe screenshots, okay? Something they were planning. What's the Page of Pentacles? Somebody was not rekindling something. Somebody did not want a new phase with somebody. Somebody did not want to start over or renew something with someone. Yeah, I feel like this one I might make a crime hour. I was saying it the last two readings. I feel like this one I will. Because I feel like there's more to the story. Okay, tell me more about this magician here. The Hermit. I feel like it's a catfish, or it's a stolen identity, or someone hiding their identity behind a profile. Okay. The Fool, and taking some sort of a risk here to say something about a choice. What's the Two of Wands? The Lovers, a choice in a relationship. Yeah. Yeah. What's the Five of Wands though? A fight, an argument. That was the strategy. The strategy behind creating some sort of a fight. King of Pentacles. The strategy behind creating some sort of a conflict or a fight with someone, claiming that someone was chasing after someone or didn't want to let someone go. This was a strategy they had with the Hierophant. What's the Hierophant? A main male. In despair. A main male being in despair about a marriage. Why do I feel like it's a marriage? Their marriage. Someone here, a King of Cups, pretending to be someone else. The strategy was to claim that someone was in despair about their marriage. And that's when they planned some sort of a romantic gesture or some sort of a proposal or something like that, wanting to reconnect with someone and have a second chance, okay? Actually, I'm going to leave these here because I feel like this is going to be important for the crime card. So tell me about the Six of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups. This has to do with giving a Queen of Cups something, or a Queen of Cups giving the Queen of Cups some sort of money. Three of Swords. Because of heartbreak. Holding on to some sort of heartbreak. Why is the Queen of Cups here? This has to do with giving a Queen of Cups some sort of money to put someone in bad health. Yeah, now they're about to be exposed for this, okay? How a King of Cups invested into something here with an Empress, Queen of Cups, could be someone's mother. How a King of Cups invested into this long term regarding a Queen of Cups. And someone being paid money to put someone in bad health. over a breakup, courtship in reverse, because of a breakup. Because of a breakup. So what do we need to know about this situation, this Queen of Cups, this mother? Some sort of a strategy that didn't work. Judgment. It was a strategy that didn't work. Judgment. Five of Swords, because something was just manipulation, or this was about winning at all costs. Somebody's under judgment now. Four of Swords. Why is judgment here twice for this Queen of Cups? Because something can't be attached to someone. Devil in reverse. Family. Because something can't be attached to a family, or someone's not jealous of a family, or someone's not angry, or Two of Swords. What do you mean something can't be attached to a family here? Devil in reverse. A wealthy man. Oops. So somebody here is under judgment. A Queen of Cups, a mother, or a King of Cups are under judgment because a wealthy man can't attach something to a family, or a family didn't want to be attached to a wealthy man, or a privileged lady. A wealthy man and a privileged lady can't attach something to a family. Why? Why can't a privileged lady and a wealthy man not attach something to a family? Because there was no love offer, there was no romantic gesture, there was no proposal, and somebody did not give something to someone. And then this is literally, look, you can't see it, but the Knight of Cups is right here, the first card, and the Six of Pentacles is right here in the upright. It's this way, but it didn't happen. There was no proposal, there was no gesture, nobody wanted to give something to someone, nobody wanted to give someone a cup of love or some sort of romance. This didn't happen. This never happened. So that's why they can't attach something to a family. Okay. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past. Or because this never happened, there was no proposal, there was no gesture, there was no generosity or something like that. There was nothing, no keepsake that was given to someone in the past. Somebody here was not jealous of a family. Yeah, and that's the truth. Now the truth is coming out about the past, about what really happened in the past, and the fact that someone here is not jealous of a family or someone else's family, because there was never a reunion, there was never a reconciliation, there was never a proposal, there was never someone reaching out to someone saying, I want to be with you again, I want a second chance. It never happened. So why the hell would someone be jealous of a family when that shit never happened? It was a fake. Okay, it was a fake. This whole thing about a breakup, fake. Right? So why is the King of Cups here? The King of Cups is behind the messages. Again, it keeps coming out very clearly that the King of Cups is the one that was sending some sort of messages, okay? About a betrayal. Communicating something about a betrayal. The Star. And a new beginning, or healing something, or what's this betrayal? Ten of Swords. With some sort of a gift, or some sort of jewelry, or some sort of a ring, or some sort of a money gift, or something like that, a money blessing. In the past, with the Queen of Pentacles. A King of Cups and a Queen of Pentacles are communicating some sort of information in the past here about a painful betrayal, an ultimate betrayal, and something about a marriage, a ring, a gift, a proposal, jewelry, I don't know, something like that, okay? What's the Ten of Swords? Addiction, okay? Codependent, obsessive, possessive, controlling. So these two, Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups, are so obsessed with you, are so obsessed with controlling the outcome in your life. They are literally addicted to ruining your life, apparently, okay? These people created a whole scenario about someone being codependent and obsessive because of a betrayal and some sort of a ring or a marriage or a proposal or something like that. Yeah, but now time's up, okay? No more time. Time is up for this crazy personification, whatever is going on here. It's just wild, okay? So what is this Eight of Wands? Telling, yeah, something that was sent to a Queen of Wands about an ending, bringing a new beginning. I don't want to have any more triggers. I don't want to have a turmoil or a karmic relationship. I want to be with you, Queen of Wands, an ending, bringing a new beginning, okay? Did they, again, the question is, did they really talk to the Queen of Wands, or is this like what they created? I'm not sure, man. A relationship evolving to the next phase. The Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups, telling a Queen of Wands the relationship is going to evolve to the next phase, okay? What's the Two of Swords in reverse? Sudden change, shocking news. Oh, so someone's having an epiphany here. Shocking news. Something is being seen clearly now. About what? About the Hanged Man. That's literally that card. Shocking news, an epiphany, seeing something from a different perspective, a moment of enlightenment, changing your perspective, okay? About what though? About somebody reaching out to someone, sending someone a message. It was the King of Cups that did it. So he did do it. So the King of Cups, wearing a mask with a catfish profile, reaches out to the Queen of Wands and tells the Queen of Wands he wants to be with her again. Even though it's not even him in a relationship with her, even though it's not even him getting a divorce. Emperor in the reverse. Yeah, it's just the King of Cups who's trying to control the situation, being extremely manipulative, cruel, and controlling, okay? Wow, what else do we need to know about this? The Ace of Wands in reverse and the World. But somebody had no intention of taking some sort of a step, or this was a missed opportunity. The cycle had already closed out. Heartbroken, strength. The Queen of Cups. This has something to do with the mother, someone's mother. This has something to do, it's like a continuation. It's like where this mother figure comes in, I guess. And the Emperor. Okay. Knight of Wands, taking some sort of action here. So what is it we need to know about this Queen of Cups then? Or what's going on here then? Official person. So it is. Is this some sort of manipulation about how this King of Cups and Queen of Pentacles manipulated and brainwashed this family to go towards an official person, the Emperor. Did they really think, I mean, when did they go to the Emperor? Why do I feel like is it after this Queen of Wands found out she had been catfished? Did this Queen of Wands and her family go to the Emperor, go to the officials after she found out she had been catfished by someone? This was so that they could get away with something to do with a house, a property, a home. Hold on to something. Four of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups in reverse. Trying to hold on to something here. Something to do with stability, security, a home, death, and the Eight of Pentacles. Working on something after an ending. Working together here on some sort of an ending. The Moon, because of somebody secretly feeling abandoned, left out in the cold. Fears about being abandoned, fears about being left out in the cold, fears about being left, what, like after a divorce or what? Queen of Wands. Something to do with receiving some sort of money. Imprisonment. They didn't want to go to prison. They didn't want to get in trouble and go to prison for some sort of money that they got. I just don't know. Is this... Was this lady being catfished? See, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Was she being catfished by the King of Cups? I feel like she almost was. But in that time, she then took some sort of dirty money or what? She thought she was talking to some ex and she was talking to someone else, took some sort of dirty money. Is that what happened here? Official person. And then this Queen of Wands, after finding out she was talking to a catfish the whole time, that's when she ran to this Queen of Cups for help or what? With an expectation. Yeah, hold on. Let's get the crime cards out. Okay, so first I want to know about this here. The Hermit in reverse, the High Priest in reverse, planning something with some sort of a business adventure or business investment. What is that? An employee betrayal. An employee betrayal. So it has something to do with employment or some sort of a job, a business or something like that. Betrayal. Blackmail. See, national. See, that's almost what I was feeling. Blackmail. It's like, I feel like this family or this Queen of Wands got wrapped up into something, not knowing who she was talking to. And then maybe when she got wrapped up into something, they had something to blackmail her with, okay? I don't know. A lawyer. Water. A lawyer. Z. Buying something. Buying something. Sacral energy and a meeting. Wanting to meet because of a betrayal. That was the deal. The deal to make a sacrifice. with a letter. Child support, L. And the office, S. Or this, or somebody who has some sort of, okay, someone who has some sort of an employee, or someone who has employees, or some sort of a business felt betrayed because of some sort of something to do with buying something, okay? So they made a deal. Subpoena, support, SSSS, lots of S's coming out. Wanted revenge, T. Somebody wanted revenge. So somebody, okay, maybe you were an employee for this person. Maybe you work for this person. They wanted revenge. They wanted revenge, okay, for something here. Something maybe with a child, I don't know. So they planned something here and they thought nobody would find out. What did they plan? A betrayal, C. A betrayal. Paying income. Betrayed with paying income. Or this person, maybe you worked for this person and they claimed that you betrayed them in some sort of way. You were an employee for them and they paid you income and you betrayed them in some sort of way. That's how something changed hands here in an investigation with a forged signature. A forged signature. The male, Rico and G. So something changed hands here in the mail, a forged signature. Organized crime. Warning. Jail or prison. Or they reached out to the Queen of Wands to warn the Queen of Wands about an investigation and told someone or told a family that you were being investigated or there was an investigation because of income, paying income, an employee, and that you were going to go to jail or prison. Social media, secret society. So they planned on having you investigated for something that they were up to, some sort of a business. That came out in one of the other collective readings with this Queen of Pentacles. She was trying to get away with something she had done illegal for money. So she approached this other family and told them that you're being investigated for some sort of income, paying something with money. This has to do with a neighbor and a truck driver and something about vacation. Okay. A crime with someone in a government agency and Russia. Or maybe this came after they were freaked out about an investigation. Maybe they were worried about some sort of an investigation here because you were an employee, something about being paid income. This person was paying you some sort of income. Maybe they were worried about an investigation. Maybe they were worried about some sort of an investigation, okay? What else? A neighbor. A neighbor was coerced into something here with the mail. What do you mean a neighbor was coerced into something? Roofing someone with fentanyl. A neighbor coerced someone, or a neighbor was coerced to do something with the mail. Claiming that someone was trafficking weed. Excuse me. And someone wanted revenge. And someone wanted revenge because of a subpoena. So Queen of Pentacles here could be a weed trafficker. Maybe she's a dealer, okay? Or maybe the King of Cups, these people are dealers, drug addicts. So they wanted revenge. And this has to do with some sort of a Google search at the office, at someone's office. D. So this has something to do with D. Somebody's name could start with the letter D. This person at their office, where they work at the office, they can search people and find people at the office where they work. So maybe they work at the government agency. So someone with the letter D works at a government agency and can search people on their computer. Okay. And this has to do with some sort of health insurance and an offshore account, bacteria, virus, or mold, and an international bank account number. This has to do with health insurance, bacteria, virus, or mold, and an offshore account and an international bank account number. Is that how they found someone's neighbor? That's how they found someone's neighbor, is by looking people up at the office? Trafficking, coerced. D is the smoking, G-U-N. D is the smoking, G-U-N. So is D the person that works at some sort of a government agency? A, and a cleaning service. This person could be connected to someone that has a cleaning service, or maybe you were an employee for someone that had a cleaning service, okay? This has to do with the Wi-Fi and a planned overdose. Okay, so this is something completely different, right? It has to do with someone that's corrupt, Wi-Fi, and a trust fund. Okay, why are you telling us about this D person that Googles people at the office? Because this has to do with a confession and forensics. This has to do with forensics and a confession. And some sort of frozen money or assets. Somebody under surveillance here, and a marriage. Or that's how they found out someone is married. Or that's how they were tracking someone. That's how they tracked someone and watched someone and found out someone is married. That's how they found out someone is married or tracked someone. UK, foul play and a protective order. Doing some sort of foul play here with a protective order. Why am I getting like winter months? I don't know, like November, December. No comes out. November. 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 Is that when someone... Is that how they found out how to contact the Queen of Wands? So let's say someone works at a government agency, D, at the office, and this person can search people up who might have some sort of records in the computer, looking for someone specifically on the computer, someone that's married, and finding their phone number, finding out their information. Finding out where they work, beauty industry, finding out information about someone, pictures, digital footprint, dark web, and an accidental death. A digital footprint. Okay, so now I feel like I'm going into how these people even contacted the Queen of Wands. How did they even get her information? How did they even manage to write her or message her if they did? I feel like it has something to do with someone who works a government job, like someone who works for the city or works for something here where they can Google people and their records and maybe find out their information, find out their phone numbers, I don't know, something like that maybe, find out certain things about them. Finding out their place of work, I don't know. Is that what this is? Is that how they managed to even get into contact with this person? Money and a security camera. And opiates. Our deposit, a money deposit. Jealous. Jealous and divorce. Look at that at the bottom of the deck, a divorce. Jealous of a divorce. Jealous because of a divorce. That's the sign or the message. Landlord, that's the sign or the message. About a recording at someone's property. That's the sign or the message about a recording at someone's property, a security camera at someone's home, saying someone is jealous. With some sort of laundry or some sort of clothes, money laundering. An employee records. An employee records. An employee that works for a government job, going through someone's records and pulling out where they live, pulling out their address, pulling out where they live and their address. And this is how they created some sort of a recording at someone's home because they knew where someone lived because they pulled it out of their government computer. A narcissist. A neighbor. A narcissist neighbor. You. That's also how they found your neighbor. Because of records, report. That's the smoking GUN. Someone's name could start with the letter D. You. somebody that's attached to the cleaning service, somebody that did this for someone who owns a cleaning service, somebody who might be in a relationship with someone who owns a cleaning service, somebody's name with the letter D. This person is an employee for the city in some sort of way, or the state or the government, and they have access to records, and this is how they got the information about someone's marriage, who they're married to, maybe where someone lives, their address, someone's neighbor, and also who someone's neighbors are, where someone's neighbor works possibly. Trap, backfire. Trap C. Intimidation F. CFFC with a catfish. S. K. It's someone attached to this person, okay? Prosecutor or district attorney. T. It's what they found out at the office, looking people up. Cover up. Debt collection. Covering up some sort of debt. Now they're going to be exposed for something they did at someone's home. Manipulation. How they manipulated something at someone's home. Now they're going to be exposed for this. Okay, something at the office. Okay. All right, what do we need to know about this Queen of Cups here? This Queen of Cups. Giving somebody some sort of money here, a Queen of Cups. What about that? This is what they're trying to cover up. Covering up something, some sort of manipulation here with sacral energy. So paying the Queen of Cups some sort of money was all part of them trying to cover up some sort of manipulation. Saying that someone, because M committed fraud with some sort of money and assets, and this is what they're trying to cover up and run away from it, okay? Everybody's trying to run away from their fraud, basically. Yeah, their money fraud. All of these possessed demons, okay, who perjured themselves here about a breakup. The possessed demons perjuring themselves with a breakup, right? Trying to cover up some sort of manipulation here because they committed fraud. So they try to project something onto you, saying that there was some sort of an attack here because of a mole or an informant in the system. Saying that somebody took money for sex, okay? So they tried to then claim that you take money for sex, right? And they wanted to press charges. Okay, so what does that have to do with this Queen of Cups? It has to do with cryptocurrency and a meeting. Revenge. A meeting and revenge. So what did they tell? They told this family that you want revenge, or what? That you're coming after them, you want revenge? So after they contact what? The Queen of Wands, and make the Queen of Wands believe that someone is coming back to them, they convince the family that you want revenge. Is that what this is? Buying. Revenge for buying. Mail. Money. Revenge for some sort of money. This has to do with mail and intellectual property. What? SC. They hired someone. This has to do with them hiring someone to put a wire. Hiring someone to put a wire around someone's house here. F. Hiring to wire something. Or somebody was wired money because they were hired. What the hell does this have to do with this Queen of Cups? Or is that why camera is here? Something on a camera. What is that? This has to do with H, a dirty official who's possessed by a demon. A mole or informant in the system. A dirty official possessed by a demon. And a mole or informant. And a wire. Fraud, wire fraud, or fraud, money fraud, assets fraud, wire fraud. And an attack. They wanted to cover up something by sending someone money and claiming it was because of an attack. To make themselves look innocent with what they did on the internet. Right, it keeps coming back to this. They commit fraud on the internet. They do something risky with money on the internet, the way that they were making their money. They had to make themselves look innocent, so they sent a Queen of Cups some sort of money. And now they're about to get karma for what they did on the phone. Now they're about to get karma for what they did on the phone. Yes. Yes, you're about to get karma for what you did on the phone. Okay, yes. But still, again, what does that have to do with the Queen of Cups? It has to do with S. It has to do with S. And some sort of an undercover affidavit to change jurisdiction of something. An undercover affidavit to change the jurisdiction of something, okay? Because of what they did on the dark web here and someone's Wi-Fi. Because of what they did on the dark web and something to do with Wi-Fi. Okay, I don't know. So, why is the King of Cups here? H. This has to do with some sort of clothes and paying income. Getting paid money, paid income for clothes? Paying money for clothes? Paying income for clothes, buying clothes? Local, someone that's local bought money for clothes, bought clothes with money. A driver's license. That's why they wanted to make your suicide look, or your poisoning look like it was suicide. That's why they try to poison you and make it look like a suicide, because somebody paid income, they paid money for clothes, or they got paid money for clothes, or they got paid money for clothes. They got paid money to steal your clothes, right? They got paid money to steal your clothes, right? But there's a money or a paper trail here with some sort of passports or passwords or passport. Mail. Again, something they did with the mail. See property, meeting. Because of a meeting they planned at a property. So they planned to meet at a property. They did something with the mail. Maybe they sent your clothes in the mail. I don't know. So they stole your clothes. They sent them in the mail to someone else. And then they met at a property where they found out everybody's address because someone works at a government agency and is able to see people's records and where they live. And then they drove to someone's house and created a fake recording, or what? Is that what this is? Divorce. The case. To open up a case on someone. To transfer a case, G. For G to transfer a case. Or to transfer a case to G. Case files. To transfer the case files to an X. Or to transfer some sort of case files from an X. Or to transfer someone's case file. Transfer the case files. Transfer case. This has to do with how they transferred the case. So to transfer the case, someone stole your clothes, then they mailed them to someone else, and then they set up a meeting at a property to make a recording to get the case transferred. What the hell? Transferred. Okay. And this has a, yes. Why? Yes. And all of this has to do with a dirty official, a mole or informant in the system, and a Queen of Cups getting money or getting something. Because somebody was tracking someone in the beauty industry. J, this has to do with a forged signature. GPS tracking of the beauty industry, a forged signature, J. What do you mean a forged signature? Pictures. This has to do with a gang member and a robbery. A gang member and a robbery. So a gang member robbed someone, or they staged a robbery. They staged a robbery. Claiming someone was angry, enraged, while somebody was gone internationally. To cover up their fraud and their money and assets. The fraud with the money and the assets. Why do I feel like this is like a staged robbery, a staged something, a staged attack, staged robbery, some sort of a recording, getting your clothes, stealing your clothes, to send them in the mail and then stage a robbery. Stage something, okay? Yeah, okay, now what? What does this have to do with some sort of Queen of Cups, King of Cups? Okay. What is this here? A Queen of Cups in reverse and this plan with a death. Why is that here? Because of someone who was wearing a disguise and a credit card. This has to do with someone wearing a disguise and a credit card. Lying. Someone that's lying about sacral energy. Somebody is lying about a credit card, lying about a disguise, someone wearing a disguise. Because of someone's geolocation, broker, like breaking in with a disguise. Because somebody can audit, this has to do with the case files. Somebody auditing the mail, auditing the post box, tracking the mail, tracing the mail, something that was sent in the mail. There's a digital footprint. Whenever they said someone was intoxicated, this was perjury when it comes to an offer. This has to do with a VPN. IRS and mortgage. Something they set up at a house with a robbery, with a credit card, with a breaking in, with a disguise, with someone stealing someone's clothes and setting something up on a camera. Mortgage, it has to do with the IRS. It has to do with someone getting some sort of case files transferred or some sort of an investigation with the IRS, with the money, with the fraud, with M. With M. Spell work. Something was stolen. Tax evasion, P. Solar plexus, SSS, tax evasion. Because someone, this comes back to, reminds me of another crime hour I did a while ago. I don't remember when this was, but it was something like someone here reporting you to the IRS for tax evasion. And then they got worried, I guess, about something being investigated. Or maybe you reported someone to the IRS. I don't know. Maybe you reported someone to the IRS, or they tried to report you to the IRS for tax evasion. I don't know. And they got worried and tried to set you up with some sort of a recording at a home with someone stealing your clothes, okay? And a gift or a present for a baby. Or a gift or a present and a baby. And this was part of the setup, saying something about a gift or a present and a baby. So what is this being found out about this Queen of Wands here? What can people see clearly about the Queen of Wands? That someone here thought you were a threat, or someone told them that they were being threatened, backfire, retired. So they made this Queen of Wands feel threatened, or told her that you're threatening them. With a catfish profile. Wow. How crazy. This card didn't come out once. And now while I'm asking what happened here with the Queen of Wands, catfish. So catfish profile threat. Okay, so they're pretending to be someone else, sending this Queen of Wands messages, threatening messages. Backfire, huh? Yeah. Support. And then they asked her for support. Oh, that's how they did it, okay. Will, club, or bar. That's how they got her free will. Okay, that's how they manipulated her will, what she wanted. And that you were jealous. Oh. That's the sign or the message. Now you're exposed. Now they're exposed. Now they're exposed for how they got this Queen of Wands support, okay? So they catfished her, made her believe that it's her ex talking to her and that she's being threatened. She's being threatened. That's why she can't talk to anyone, not even her ex, in person. Okay. They told her that there's an attorney that's gonna get a warrant out for your arrest because of some sort of nudes, but all of this was forgery. Okay. And all of this started with some sort of an employee. or somebody claiming that you were their employee or something like that. That's how they wrapped her in. So they told her you were an employee somewhere, and because you were an employee somewhere, they know all this stuff about you, and that you're gonna get a warrant out for your arrest and you're under investigation, and they need her support. The whole time they're the ones doing all the crime, right? But okay. Yeah, now they're gonna get bad news because this was a financial crime. I'm telling you, this whole thing starts with this Queen of Pentacles and this King of Wands, King of Cups duo trio here, committing some sort of a financial crime, fraud, all of it for money. Then trying to cover it up and reaching out, I guess, to the Queen of Wands, telling her she's being threatened, catfish profile, she needs an attorney, she needs help, marriage. Someone wants to be with her in marriage, okay? That's how they did it, huh? Fake profile, yo. Fake profile, so they did. So they did contact her with a fake fucking profile. With a catfish profile. And that's how they got her to file this lawsuit, by basically brainwashing her and catfishing her into thinking some crazy shit, man. Okay, so I think I got to the bottom of that one. I'm gonna leave it there. Let's see who's involved in this. January. An Aries. A Libra. A Sagittarius. A Taurus. And a Leo. And April. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time.